like to welcome everybody to the first episode of Let's Talk About It. And I'm the co host, Johnny.
And I am Tanya.
And today we're going to take you out through the journey of our life, of how we first met to when we got married and everything. So sit back and enjoy this journey.
We're excited to have you guys join us today. We're going to be talking about marriage, relationship, family, love, and everything in between.
All right. With that being said, I'd like to say this is sponsored by.
Lock and faded. If you're looking for that beautiful touch, locks, fades, maintenance, retwist, locked and faded, we'll hit the link below and share it.
All right. With the first question everybody like to know is how did we meet? This is how we met. We met on a dating site. We met on POF
Yeah,
and
you're going to give the name of it?
just so happened, yeah,
You could have just said dating.
it's called Keeping It Real. So we're going to keep it real.
All right.
So we matched up and I swiped up or left, however it goes. But I messaged her the night before asking, hey, I'd like to talk to you, all that stuff. I remember word for word. But the next morning, I believe around 6, 7 in the morning, she had responded back and I was getting ready for work. So I was surprised. So I hit her back and we went to talking, had me late for work that morning. And shout out to my dog Juan who hooked me up on that site. He told me, hey Jay, you might want to try this out. You're a single man and you might find somebody. And thanks, Juan. I found Mrs. Lawson.
And likewise, I had a friend who told me to get on the website, and so I checked it out. And to my recall, I put my profile out there, and he had came on my page. And I didn't know that if someone comes on your page, if you go on their page, they know you looked at their page. So I went on his page and looked, and he hit me up and said, "Oh, you gonna come by here and not speak?" That's how the conversation
I
started.
don't remember
Not
all that.
I hit you
I
up.
don't
You
remember
hit
all that.
me up. You gonna come by here and not speak? Because I just went through there and scrolled real quick, and I was like, He said something to me first.
Next question I have for you. What was your first impression when you met me?
My first impression was he's handsome, of course.
I'm Daisy's son, with respect.
But that was pretty much my first impression. So my first impression when I first saw you was, okay, he's cute. And what was your first impression?
My first impression was, at first I didn't think her profile was real. I'm not going to lie to you. Because all she had on there was the eyes. And anybody know me, I love some eyes. Just the facial part. So I thought it was being catfish. But
What you trying to see?
come to find out, I wanted to see a person, not just eyes. We talked for a little while, but her eyes was the thing that caught my attention. So my first impression was, yeah, she's a beautiful woman. What made you want to get to know me?
I guess just through our conversations over the phone, because at first it was just phones and phone calls and text messages. And so I was just like, okay, he seems like somebody I could get to know just going through background, talking about our parents, talking about our kids. Made me want to get to know you a little better.
Wow. Pretty much exactly what you said. We had some great conversations, some of the best conversations I had when since I've been on that dating site. So that's what really got my attention. I was like, let's see where this go at. But one part she did leave off on, she was on a cruise, spending all her hard earned money, paid all that expensive internet package, and FaceTime me while she was on a cruise with her family. She didn't add that part in. So we want to get the whole truth, right, everybody? Yeah, she spent all her hard earned money to make sure she FaceTime me and synced me.
This was week 1 or week 2 after we started texting.
It was week 1, yeah, because we had just initiated the first date. Let's talk about the first date. You go
Okay.
first.
And I'll go first because I need to correct one thing. I didn't initiate the first date. He had made date plans for Saturday, remember? And I had got back from my cruise Sunday, and I would have to wait all the way till Saturday, and I didn't want to wait that long. So I was like, let's do a meet and greet. And then we still have our date on that Saturday. So we had met up on a Wednesday instead of waiting for Saturday to get there.
But, yeah, our first date we met on, she was like, "Hey, would you like to go to Joe's Crab Shack?" I was like, "Sure, why not? Let's do it." But the part that got me when she said, "I'll pay for it," and I was like, "No way in the world. This I really gotta be getting catfish. You gonna pay for a date? You don't get that too often from a woman. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for the date." So
And we had already made plans to go on a date this Saturday. I was like, "My treat, let's go."
we went ahead and met up at Joe's Crab Shack, and again, even though she said she was gonna pay for it, but I still had the right hand on the back of that wallet just in case it was one of those pranks or a test to see if I was gonna really pay for it. So we first went out on our date. It was a great date. Again, we got a chance to talk, sat down. If anybody know me, I love my seafood, so that was a perfect spot for me. Joe, it was perfect. So yeah, like I said, we had some nice conversations.
We was
Uh,
there for a long time.
exactly. I think actually we was there probably till it closed, and what's crazy is that the waitress was pulling for us and kept watching, see how the date went. I believe she told her
'Cause I
that.
got there early and I was just like, "I'm meeting somebody for the first time, so just FYI, this is our first meetup."
So pretty much after that date, we went our separate ways, and next thing you know, I guess we called each other later on that night and see the temperature. I guess to see was did we both really enjoy it or was it just BS or all that type of stuff. But yeah, I guess we did enjoy ourselves because 10 years later we're still together and married. What was your family thought? They found out you was FaceTiming me while you on the cruise supposed to be enjoying yourself with them.
First off, my family did not know. Only person who know was my roommate, and
Just trying to keep me a
that was
secret,
my
y'all.
niece, and I only FaceTime when we would go into our room. When I went into my room before I went to bed, that's when I FaceTime. I wasn't FaceTiming you the whole cruise. Stop it.
She was yeah, she was trying to hide me like drug money. That's what she
Yeah,
was doing.
we just started talking.
It don't matter. We still have a lot more to go with this podcast. So, but until the meantime, we're going to take a quick, brief commercial, and also we're going to go ahead and thank the sponsor for sponsoring today's podcast.
And that would be Tanya's Locked and Faded Hair Salon. You need your hair locked, you need a fade, you cut, I got you. Gonna put the link below.
We'll be right back.
We wanna see you with it, show could treat you right. Give me just a minute of your time tonight. We both are here to have big fun, so let it rip.
Hey, just know that I'm peeing, I'm thugging, I'm still in the street. If he run up out in the league, clean the block and repeat. Get hot, throw that in the creek, hit the spot.
My next question for you did you think that the relationship was going to take off and be as serious as it got?
I would say yes and no. And at first it was yes. At first it hit off. We was talking every day, texting every day, seeing each other. And I think after 2, 3 weeks, I was calling him my boyfriend. Well, to other people, I was like, "That's my boyfriend. That's my boyfriend." After a couple of little bumps, I was just like, "Yeah, this is my guy. This is my dude." What about you?
Again, at the beginning, it was dating, so it took me. Like, we started off real good. Again, as we dating, you got to figure out how people are, trying to see the good, the bad, and everything. Which I didn't see pretty much hardly no bad, so she won me over that way. I knew it was gonna be serious. Probably so we started dating in August,
Uh,
around
16.
2016. In 2017 of January, I would say, yeah, I just knew it was gonna be serious, and I was like, "Let's see where this goes," because it just felt different from no offense to anybody who's watching this and I dated you, but this just felt different. So, yeah, this felt 100% different than anything, every relationship I've ever been in. So, I'll say yeah, I did feel like this relationship was serious. What do you remember the most about our dating in the early days?
Everything pretty much the same, other than we text and talked a lot, but that was because I was in Dallas and you was in Fort Worth. So we had those high school moments where 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you sleep, or I'm saying, hey, Johnny, hey, Johnny. Then I guess I hang up, he sleep.
Those
We
are
talked a whole lot. We text and talked.
I remember, in the early time of our relationship when I guess it was our first dates because we was going, like, back-to-back concerts, and I think our first date was after we did Joe's Crab Shack, which was that was one of the top 5 concerts I've ever been to. So, I think that and also just the way that she carried herself. I met her, she was the owner of her own barbershop, and I liked how she was just a business person, and these days, you gotta have a business mind frame, so I think that got my attention a lot just to see how she carried herself, had her own business, and also just around her family and kids. So I say that's my biggest memory, seeing her like that, and she probably didn't know, but that was just a test for me, just checking her out to seeing how she handled herself, so I think that was pretty much my best memories of the early days. Next question for you is, when did you know I was the one? Let's get it.
I don't know when I was like, "That's the one," but early on, like I said within 2 or 3 weeks, I was saying that's my boyfriend. Like, it was like we had already known each other forever when we first started talking. So it was real. So he had been on the website. Let me just go back a little bit. He had been on the website for some time. I had just got on the website like a day, and he hit me the next day, and then within 4 or 5 days of us talking, I cut my profile off. So it was like, yeah, that's my dude.
Those dating sites are crazy.
I woke up to like 100 views and messages, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
It's crazy that she picked me out of all 100.
You picked me. You came on my page first. You came on my page, and then I went on
What
your
I'm saying
page,
is,
and then you came
what I'm
back on
saying
my
is,
page and said,
yeah,
"You gonna come over here and not speak?" That's
that's
how the conversation started.
and you could have ignored me. Like I said, you responded back. I'll let you just say you could ignore me and went to the next person's profile. But you responded back, and that's what started everything. Do you ever imagine that we will still be together 10 years later?
Yeah.
10 whole years.
Yeah, I did.
I know you said I was the one, but through those 10 years, I know up and down, up and down, up and down. But when you finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna be with this knucklehead pretty much the rest of my life. What year or month or whatever it is you felt like that was it? Or
So I'm gonna tell you one moment I remember. I never told you this. You knew it was gonna get serious around 2017. 2018, New Year's at the apartment. We're at the house, and we have all our cards, and we're bringing New Year's in together. And we had some drinks, and I had a ring on that I had found from Mr. Wares when I was cleaning him out, getting ready to send him to the nursing home. He told me I could have it, and I remember one day, no, New Year's, you told me. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change that ring. I don't know if it was the drinks, but he said it 2018. New Year's Eve. I'm change that ring. You watch. You watch. And I was like, oh, are you? Okay.
in Long Island must have been good that night.
I remember that night though. That night
God,
we had
blaming on
fun.
the alcohol.
He changed it.
Huh?
I think he had his mind made up already. Took him 2018 to 2022 to propose. Well, what's one of your favorite memories we shared together?
So, yeah, I would say probably when it was my birthday. I think it was pre-COVID, or I don't think it was after COVID. But shout out to my coworker, one of my brothers, David Morgan. That they had gave me a surprise birthday where um we went to the Gaylord, and also we went to a concert where I believe it was your cousin. She gave me a shout out and they sung happy birthday to me.
Her husband played in the band. Yeah.
So I think that was one of the great moments I had. And I would say the second one, probably our first cruise together. It was nice. I got a chance to spend time with you and also got a chance to get to know your family. We had a great time. Matter of fact, we just came off that same boat that our first cruise was on the breeze by my birthday. How about you? What was
My
your birthday?
wedding day. I mean, you did that. My wedding.
It was
It was beautiful. It was perfect. Jamaica.
I guess, did you ever think that I would propose to you? Because I believe we was together for 6 years before I proposed. What was your thoughts up to the day I proposed to you?
I felt like you was gonna do it because you had said that you was gonna put a ring on my finger. So, and because of our relationship, I knew it, but I knew he was hesitant. I knew he had walls y'all up for a long, long time. Thank God God sent him a patient woman. But you might want to thank him. But I just knew that he had things that he needed to work on. I had things I needed to work on from past relationships, and I knew it was going to take him some time. So I knew you was going to do it. I just didn't know when, and I didn't know if I was going to wait too much longer the way we was living.
And I think we got to a point where we was talking, and it was kind of like she said, "We gonna need to get married, or you're not gonna play house, all this good stuff." And she didn't know is that I had already did my homework on getting a ring, and she thought I was lying till I showed her the picture. And a good thing they put a stamp on it. I had did my ring search and everything. So when she said that, it was let me see, I was doing my ring shopping in 2020 prior to COVID. So when she said that, I was like, you know what? You're not gonna tell me when I'm gonna do stuff. So of course, when COVID came, it shut the world down pretty much. So that kind of delayed it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until everything clear up. And also, I guess I was like, I want to get some more time to know. I know people think everybody got their own time frame. You might think 6 years is long enough, but I just wanted to make sure everything was good. That's the reason why I'm telling you,
We
I
gon'
have receipts, as they say.
I know for myself, I have standards and I have boundaries. And what I did that he make it sound like it was this or nothing. We keeping it real. We was living together, and I was like, I'm not gonna keep playing house. What I'm not gonna do is break up with you. I'm not saying we have to break up, but I can have my own place. You can have your own place, and we can still be boyfriend and girlfriend if that's what you want to do. I was okay with being boyfriend and girlfriend. I just didn't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend in the house with you playing house because our boyfriend and girlfriend responsibilities is a little bit different when we live together. That's all that was. No pressure. I wasn't trying to put no pressure on him. I'm just letting him know that I wasn't gonna be living with him for no long period of time. We can still be boyfriend and girlfriend, and you have your place and I have mine. Like we did it in Dallas, and we hang out on the weekend and go on dates, and then you go home and I go home. We just didn't live together.
And we talked about that, and that wouldn't work for me.
Well, I'm
I wa
glad you
I
made the
wasn't
right choice.
I wasn't going reverse, but on that note, we're gonna take a brief commercial.
Again, check me out, Locked and Faded. It's in the link below.
Holla. When you see me off in the streets, holla. When you see me with my just holla. It may be a bunch of gorillas, but it's cool to holla at me. Come on and holla at me.
We'd like to welcome everybody back from the commercial break. So our next topic is marriage expectations versus reality. Let's talk about it. What's something about marriage nobody warned you about?
Um, I can't think of anything. Not right off the dome, I can't. I have a mother who stay in our ear, so I I can't think of any.
I say one thing I didn't. Well, I guess I got to think about that thing you said was once we get married, what's yours is mine. That's true. My money is your money, and my money is my money. I think that's real true. That's real. I think everybody always say when you get married, yours is mine. Your money
Mine
is
is
mine.
yours.
Yeah, that's a warning.
Yours is yours, and what's mine is mine,
Yeah,
not yours.
exactly. Yours is mine, what's mine is mine. Yeah, that sharing thing, man. I thought it'd be more like, okay, I'm married now, so maybe she'll back off a little bit, but
Sharing is caring.
you understand that, but what surprised you mostly after we got married?
I wasn't surprised, but I feel like after we got married, you actually started treating me like a wife, even though we was already living together and have been together for some time. You started treating me a little different. That makes sense.
I treat you the same. What's one habit that I have that drives you crazy?
I love it at home though. Everything is neat, organized, but it's what drives me crazy is the grocery shopping. Like everything has to be in the basket right, and then he's gonna stop every 15 minutes to reorganize as we put in, and he has to touch everything, and he can't have the thing that's in front. He has to get the grocery from the back. He don't want the front grocery. He wants the back broken. He got to feel it. And if the can is bent, he don't want that one. And then when we check out, he has to organize it for the checkout lady. It's all neat and organized and in order. Because when I check out, I'm just getting it out my basket. And a grocery shopping take like 2 hours. 2 hours. Yeah.
So comment down below in the comments and tell me I'm not the only one that has to make sure you touch everything in the grocery store.
What's one habit I have that drives you?
Ooh, them damn socks. She would leave socks anywhere, and it drives me crazy because when I'm cleaning up or I got a robot vacuum cleaner and it stays picking up her socks. So I think that's that one thing that drives me crazy. Do you feel like we support each other's dreams?
Yeah, of course I do. I do. He behind me 100, 10 toes down. I moved from Dallas, left all my clients, relocated, started all the way over in Keller, and he's been rocking with me ever since. And starting over with clientele, especially if you built a good clientele before you leave, is a big deal. So yeah, he supports. He supports all the time.
I agree. I know we support each other's dreams or any ideas we have. So that's one thing we do is support each other.
So my next question would be, was it hard in the beginning, balancing marriage and family, being that we are a blended family? My children are grown. When I came into the picture, he had, I would say, small and up.
I would say it wasn't hard at all. She said uh, her kids was older and my boys was also young, so it was kind of like she had to start all over. So I don't think it was hard at all. Even after being married, everything went so smooth. The boys love her and everything. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. What's three things you must have to maintain a strong marriage?
I would say God first. God first. Friendship. You have to like each other. I like him. That's my best friend. So I think because we put God first, because we generally like each other, we communicate, we share. It's not always pretty, but when it's not, we woosah and come back and talk about it later. So yeah, God, friendship, and love. 'Cause love should keep us from we're married and we took vows. We gotta figure this thing out.
I would say for myself, I would say number one, you gotta have communication. Without that communication, it won't never work. So we got to be on the same page. We got to have that communication. And number two for me is trust. If we don't trust each other, that's like communication. It's not going to work at all. I'm not the type of person, and she's not. We're not going to sit around and wonder where's the other person at or what he's doing, this and that. That's one thing that
Sorry.
I got choked up on that one.
You
Was I was
you
gonna edit that,
you
but that was
better
good. That was good
you better
feeling.
edit that.
That's good feeling. And my third one would be commitment. Because anything we say we're gonna do, we need to do it. If I'm committed to something that she wants to do, we're gonna do it, and same vice versa. So I would say that's my three that I would say to keep a marriage going strong. Go ahead and leave us in the comments below. Go ahead and tell us your top three and see if we got any of the same. But we love to hear from y'all with that one. What advice would you give a young couple that's getting ready to tie the knot?
Get to know each other. Make sure you like each other. Like I said, being friends is a really big thing. Liking each other is a really big thing. I know couples that love each other, but they don't like each other. So, and I know couples that have grown in marriage to not like each other. Make sure y'all have some of the same goals. Have those conversations early on. The early conversations in the beginning of a relationship is important. Religion, faith, dreams, goals.
I would say my advice is number one thing is keep your business between y'all two. Do not tell everybody what's going on.
And that would be early marriage to me, because if you're
It
in an early relationship, you're
uh,
gonna talk to your
it's
friends.
nah, it's some stuff you don't tell friends. Like if me and her get into an argument, I don't run and tell my boys, or she shouldn't be running and tell her friends. That argument is between both of us. So keep your personal business stuff like that to yourself. That's my advice. She might feel different.
Well, yeah, if you start that early, you don't have to worry about it later on.
Exactly. That's why I said keep it to
Mhm.
yourself. Second, I would say do stuff together. Do dates. Go on trips. We go in our backyard and we'll put up our movie on screen
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we'll have date night in the backyard like we at a park or at a drive-in.
Yeah, we
So
like hanging out. You hang out with each other. Have fun with you. You don't have to have a crowd. You don't have to have a whole bunch of people. It's fun to go out and hang out with friends and stuff, but we enjoy each other's company. Enjoy each other. That's a good one.
I would say you got to do that stuff. Date night is one of the best things you do. Even if we going to 54 to have a drink and eat some appetizers, or we go to the movies every Tuesday night. So you got to do stuff like that.
And you don't have to go anywhere. Sometimes we bring out our karaoke machine in the living room and we have karaoke night. Just he and I. So
And I kill karaoke night. I mean, talking about in a great way. So that y'all never gonna see. Now I promise that. So what's one lesson we've learned over the years?
one lesson I've learned over the years.
I go, don't plan anything during my football season.
Mm.
That's my thing. You know me, I'm a sports junkie, all my boys, so I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of stuff that we want to do, but during football season,
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
So my girlfriends, if y'all want to hang out, catch me during football season, cause he locked in.
I'm locked in, but she loves going on that road trip. She loves that traveling. We're gonna be talking about more of the hot topics, and I'm putting her behind on a hot
He's
seat.
not.
We'll be right back.
Do you feel dominated by your wife?
No, he's not. He's actually really happy. Happiest he's ever been. I love you. Honestly, I don't even know why we're here.
Why we're here?
I love you.
Welcome back, everybody. And again, I want to thank y'all for joining us for our first podcast. And right now, I'm going to put that behind to the hot seat. Let's go. Let's get into our hot topic segment first. Do you think social media is either helping or hurting relationships?
And I know there are some people who find things on social media that are helpful. There are people who get on social media and want their life to be like someone they follow. And so I think it can go both ways. I think you have to have maturity. And mind what you watch. I mind what I watch.
Do I think social media is helping or hurting relationship? I think it's both because I'm gonna start off with the hurting part. A lot of couples will see stuff that other people are doing and pretty much be like, "Why we can't do that? Why we doing this and this and that?" Hey, they do is what they do works for them, but might not work for you the way they relationship goes. And now everybody has a cell phone in their hand, and we had that problem bad a lot. We used to complain to each other, but nobody wanted to put the cell phone down. That's why I think it hurts it. And helping wise, you can also get motivated for seeing some people like relationship goes. You might see a couple that's working together, working out together like we do. We always watch YouTube and we'll see couples workouts or we'll take their routine and put into ours. That's one thing that we do. So I think social media does hurt and it helps out. So it works both ways. Can relationships survive without trust? I know I hit on this earlier, but what's your opinion on this?
No.
That's it. No.
Yeah.
Ain't no.
Point. Simple. Period.
Yeah, it ain't.
Period. I'm just like,
Think
can it survive? Maybe, but how long will it survive? That's the question.
Right.
Because at some point, if you don't trust your spouse, you can survive 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 years. At some point, though, I would think you would have a breaking point. I know I would think.
Without trust, it ain't gonna work. Ain't no need to get into it. It is what it is. Right. So we're gonna go ahead on to the segment that I couldn't wait to get to, and this is called Hot Seat. So like I said earlier, I'm about to go ahead and put that behind in the hot seat. All right. How this game goes, I'm gonna ask a question, and we gotta both answer at the same time. So on that note, let's go. Who spend more money?
He does.
Who takes longer to get ready? That's you.
Okay.
Because I have everything.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, like I said in that grocery store, he ready 2, 3 weeks early.
Like the cruise, all my stuff is packed probably 3 weeks ahead. Only thing I forgot was my passport, and that's another story for another day.
Passport.
Hey, I had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's another time.
Again,
Another time.
this is hot
Another
seat.
time.
This is hot seat.
We
Yeah.
barely made it. Yeah, we barely made it.
Next thing.
Don't wanna talk about that.
Who says sorry first?
I do.
Who's more stubborn?
You are.
I can't lie, because my mom used to call me a little spoiled rotten piece of shit. And again, I'm a tourist, so it is what it is. Who's a better driver?
He is.
Yeah,
I don't drive.
exactly. She's one of the best passenger seat queens or princess you ever see. Sometimes I wish she could go to sleep sometimes on them road trips.
I can't sleep while you drive.
Right,
I can drive bad though.
who's more likely to forget where they put their keys?
Me
That's automatic.
all day.
Who's more romantic? I love surprising her or doing stuff that she least expects.
Who's the funniest?
That's me. Yeah, that's me. Lost.
Who starts arguments more?
I like stuff done in a certain way.
That ain't got nothing to do with starting an argument. Who's more likely to win an eating contest? Who's the better cook?
Don't do that.
Whatever.
Don't do that. You already know what it is.
Who's more competitive?
That's me. Everything's a contest to me.
Everything.
Who's most likely to fall asleep during a movie? What's one thing that you would change about Tanya? I would say, and I've told her about this before, she has a big heart, and I just want her to tell people to go to hell sometimes. That's the only thing I would tell you about her. 'Cause she, like I said, she got a big heart, and she would give her last and make sure you're good. But sometimes I tell her, hey, you don't have to do it for everybody. So my thing would be just tell people, hey, no. That's what it is. No. Say no sometimes.
Oh, what think I would change about you? I would say be a little. No, I wouldn't say open. I want to say open. I wouldn't say open though. That's a hard one. 'Cause I don't want to say open. I want to say outgoing because you are outgoing and you are open, but you are more conservative, like to yourself. Like get out the box. I used to say you was an introvert, but I don't think you're an introvert anymore. But I still don't. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah. I just always told her when she brought it up. My mom told me a long time ago, my
She just
spirit just doesn't gel with everybody. So
yeah.
if I feel like it's not real, it ain't gonna happen. I don't believe in faking. If it ain't real, it ain't me.
But
So
it's hard to for me to get you. We can get out, but if it's like an outing where there's other people, bunch of people, um, he like to feel the room. He like to know who's going. He like to know who's gonna be there.
I think she got to understand that being in New Orleans, coming out here, I had to adjust to a whole different set of friends, family. Back at home, I was comfortable doing some of that stuff because I'm born and raised down there. So it's kind of like starting over, even though I've been out here for a long time. But I think that's pretty much what it is for me. But she know one thing about me. Once if you talk sports or family or kids, you got my attention. I go all night with that one. So on that note, we're gonna take our final break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
You look so dumb right now.
Well, before we close out, we want to go ahead and say our final remarks. And I'm going to say that everything we talked about, being married and being in a relationship, again, number one, you got to have that communication. Because without that communication, we would have never made it to
Where we are
where
now.
we're at now. We'd probably been done real early. So I would say make sure you have that communication. Again, dating is big for me. Y'all, if y'all follow us on social media, that's nothing fake. We always going out. I don't care, like we said, we going to get a drink, we going to the movies, we going to a concert, we going to this weekend, can't wait to see Keith Sweat. So, but you got to have communication, you got to date and trust. We might not be the perfect couple, but we perfect for each other. So that's one thing I got to say. So again, I enjoy her company. She enjoy my company. I enjoy her boys. She enjoy my boys. We are family, and also enjoy her family, and she
And
enjoy
I
my
enjoy
family.
his family.
So that's
And
pretty
we're
much
friends.
definitely friends, best friends. So Joy and Kenneth, y'all my dogs too, but it's a different type of best friend.
Mr. Keep God first, stay prayed up. And the both of y'all. Both of y'all. Prayer life strong. God first. Family first. And each other.
All right, that's coming to the end of our show, but do us a favor. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below of what y'all would like for us to talk about next. And also leave some questions for our next episode. And if you haven't already, hit the like button. You should have did at the beginning. Go ahead and hit that like button. And also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, inbox either one of us to be a guest on the show. And believe me, everybody's invited to our podcast.
We have plenty of topics to talk about, y'all. We're going to talk about mental health. We're going to be talking about finances. Of course, love.
Family.
Religion.
Any topics y'all want to hear about, just go ahead and
Business.
live into it. Definitely business. So on that note, we'd like to say thank you again for joining the show. Until next time, let's talk about it. We out.
Peace.
Tonight's lane.